Well, here it is Friday already, and it is time for our STEM Ambassador of the Week. STEM Ambassadors, women and girls doing great things in STEM, and you may know her name, but you may not always know her face, Marcia Fudge. Congresswoman Marcia Fudge, U.S. Representative to the Congressional 11th District. So thrilled to have you here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You have a very big event coming up in October that we are very excited to be a part of that has something to do with STEM. We're going to talk about that event coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's talk about STEM in Northeast Ohio. Why is STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math, so important here?
I think it's really important that we let young people know that the future is in STEM. 80% of all jobs in the next 15 years will have to have some kind of a STEM background. So young people need to understand now why it's important and embrace it. Not be afraid of it. Know that, look, I see a person from NASA, I can be an astronaut. I see someone who's doing research at the Cleveland Clinic or at UH, I can do that. So I think as visual learners, as people who know that they want to do great things, this is a way to get them started. And it pays more. It's not hard. If people think, oh gosh, it's got to be so hard. No, it's as simple as data entry. It's as simple as just going into a hospital and testing somebody's blood. STEM is going to be here to stay, so we need to be ready for it.
Well, even social media is technology.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you're doing it already. It's just kind of enhancing it and going a little bit more in depth. Talk a little bit about STREAM then. There's a couple little extra letters in that one. So STEM becomes STREAM when we add?
We add recreation and arts.
Very nice.
You have to understand that in this country, and we all know these numbers, 1 in 5 children is obese in this country. September is actually Childhood Awareness for Obesity Month. So it's something that we talk about in particular all year, but in September. We also know that arts are being kind of pushed aside as we get into testing, as we get into other things in schools, but it makes a well-rounded child. And it's also something that this country needs, is great artists and great thinkers and creative people. And so arts is important as well.
Art is how you visualize ideas.
Absolutely.
And it's so important to be able to make that connection. Now, you sit on the House Committee on Education and the Workforce.
I do.
This is obviously something that is not just here in Northeast Ohio, but this is a demand across the country. What is the government doing to help support STEM and STREAM education?
It is in demand across the country, but this is the first program in the country right here. Not a whole lot, quite frankly. I mean, I think that right now we're at a place in the history of this country where we're disinvesting in research. And if you look at the budgets for NSF and NIH and others, you'll see that we are not really where we should be on the cutting edge. So these programs help us as legislators to say, look at what can happen if we invest. And so we're going to show them what investing in these kinds of programs means to this nation.
And this leads right into this event in October we're so excited about. Tell us about what's coming.
October 25th through 27th, we have what we call a NEO-STREAM conference. It's Northeast Ohio STREAM. We have 3 days. We're going to have educators come in and do developmental kinds of experiments and exercises. We've got great speakers. We've got middle school kids coming in to do hands-on with NASA, with the zoo, with USDA, to get them encouraged and excited about science. It's going to be a great 3 days.
And we always talk about girls in STEM, but it also applies to people of color in STEM. All the underrepresented areas can really benefit from this. And again, that's coming up at the end of October. We'll put all the details on NEO-STREAM on our website, wkyc.com/girlsinstem. Thank you for being a STEM ambassador with us. We so appreciate it.
And thank you for being a part of it. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.